Well, I'll tell you, nobody puts more pressure on themselves than John Gruden. He's wound pretty tight, and he's kind of got like a maniacal obsession with getting this thing back in order, and this being the Raiders, and restoring them to their rightful place in his eyes. He feels like this is one of the cornerstone franchises, iconic franchises in the NFL. Obviously, they fell on hard times for pretty much the last 2 decades. He wants to get that squared away, and it burns intensely in him to do just that. Having said that, even at the high water points last year when they were 6-3, just doing my, the work that I do and touching base with my sources, even at that point, there was an understanding in that building that there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. So whether they had won the necessary games to make the playoffs last year or not, I don't think that even if had they done that, I don't think that it would have changed the self-perception that they had of themselves of as a team that needed a lot of help, specifically on the defense, specifically on the defensive line, and bringing in game changers. So there was an awareness that they weren't there, even if they would have gotten to the playoffs. They understood that there was a lot of work that needed to be done. And I think that's organizationally wide. So while from the outside it might seem like he's under a lot of pressure, I think there's an understanding in that building that they're kind of methodically, patiently, and maybe prudently putting this all together in a way that's going to ensure prolonged success rather than fleeting success. That's what they want to get away from as an organization. And this is one of the reasons why they gave John Gruden a 10-year contract and $10 million a year, is they felt like, for years, this organization had been putting Band-Aids on open, gaping wounds that may have provided temporary relief, but it really didn't do any good in terms of the long range. They wanted to get away from the quick fix and kind of start all over, giving John Gruden the kind of security that a coach needs